Hi Libra, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your February 2021 love reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading and clear the energy space, just a reminder not to engage with anyone in the comment box pretending to be me offering you readings. That is not me. I will not be soliciting you for anything. That is a scammer, so just beware. Okay, now with that said, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe and loving space. All right, let's let the bowls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. And I'm going to be doing things just a little bit differently than I usually do them. And this reading is going to be a little bit shorter. I know that has definitely been requested by people on multiple occasions. And this is also going to be a very different love reading, not the ones that we're used to seeing, but something that focuses on the spirit, the soul, the self, calling love and passion and building you forward towards living a life of sensuality and also of just simply an expression of love. So here, it doesn't matter if you are in a relationship, it doesn't matter if you are seeking a relationship, it doesn't matter if you're perfectly happy, being single or, being just the way that you are. It is time to move forward in love, and this is calling that love forward. So let's see now, Libra. All right. Libra, February 2021, building and strengthening love within your life. Libra, February 2021, building and strengthening love within your life. Libra, February 2021, building and strengthening love within your life. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Okay, fantastic. And these two just fell out. They knew they wanted to be heard. And let's see your chakra energy for this time. Libra, February 2021, building and strengthening love within your life. Libra, February 2021, building and strengthening love within your life. Libra, February 2021, building and strengthening love within your life. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Fantastic. Now this is going to be the energy, the chakra energy, that we really need to focus on during this time. This is going to be where blockages are, where hurts are held. So it's going to be where Spirit is saying, kind of focus on me, focus on this energy so that you can be more in alignment with your universal truth and with your passion. So we're starting here with meditation. It's the crown chakra, and it's the light right over the heart. So here, to meditate, to connect with your heart. So that is going to be so important for you, just to kind of silence out the rest of the world and say, what is it that I need? Where is it that I need to be? It then brings you to rebirth. This is the Earth Star Chakra, located 6 inches below your feet. You're being transformed, and you can find that being silent and connecting with your heart is going to be actually one of the hardest things that you do during this time, which is rare for you, Libra, because you are such a love-based person. That is where you get your passion. That's where you get your energy. You feel recharged when you're surrounded by love. It doesn't mean that you have to be in a relationship. It can mean that you're revisiting a book that you love to read, or a movie that you love to watch, or a TV series. When you are surrounded by things that you love, or things that bring love and joy into your life, you just absolutely excel. So being in a meditative state of love can be something very easy for you to fall into, but it can also be something very hard for you to hold space for and be able to carve out for yourself during this time. You're also embracing rebirth. All right. And the rebirth is going to be a bit challenging. The sense of being reborn, looking at what is grounding you to this earth and seeing the ways that you are transforming during this time. And then you have listening, which is the throat chakra. And this is a sense of listening to yourself, listening to the world around you, but really and openly and honestly listening to your truth, who it is that you are and how it is that you want to move forward in life and where it is that you want to be. Just that silence to listen is going to be something that's astoundingly transformative for you, but it's also going to be so hard to carve out. Now let's see what the tarot has to say. We start off here with the Knight of Swords. Now that is your air sign energy coming through. You're represented by the swords in the minor arcana, and you're represented by justice in the major arcana. And then you have the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy right here. Time frame April 20th to May 20th. But this is also looking at your powers, your contemplations, your beauty, your abundance, and saying, this is me. This is me, and I'm not apologizing for it. It then leads you to the Five of Swords. Something karmic is coming up. Something generationally, like a generational curse or trauma within the DNA is coming forward that has been holding you back. Things where you feel like, oh my gosh, I faced this so many times. Why do I have to face it again? And then we have here the Six of Swords. Moving forward. I'm sorry, not the Six of Swords. The Four of Swords. Moving forward, gaining an understanding. But also here, honoring what you have been through and not seeing like all the hardships, all the pains, all the disappointments as just bad luck. Like, everybody else gets to be happy, I don't. This is a sense of seeing and honoring every single step of your journey, because you are not a mistake. And nothing you have been through is a mistake. As painful as it might be, you have been being forged. And there is beauty to the strength of you. And that is something that you have to realize here. It is a have to, too. We have judgment coming forward, okay? There is this resurrection of spirit. It's very much around the rebirth. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is patience, due diligence. Like, things are growing, things are becoming. All right. So let's put all of this together and see what divinity is saying, see what spirit is saying. Now, first and foremost, I believe that love is a spiritual thing. I believe that life is a spiritual thing. And so here, when we're talking about love, all right, it is bringing that spirit into love. And I think that's where our world kind of falls short in a very real way. We have sex and love and sex appeal being so important. They're billion-dollar businesses. And yet we have so many people who are unhappy. So many people who are not walking in love with their life. I'm not saying every moment of every day, because sometimes life stinks. But it's being in love with who you are. It's having that pleasure of being that sets you apart from the rest of the world. So here with meditation. Now, I'm a huge fan of the art of Carezza. The art of Carezza, I will link it in the description box below. It is the art of non-orgasmic sex, which you might say, what's the point? It is the art of building that intimacy with your partner, with whomever you want to, and having that passion, that power, be a part of your life. It becomes a state for which you live in, instead of a state that is just achieved, on certain days or at certain times or, with certain people. So here, it is calling forward that power. And it's meditating on your sensuality, okay, on your essence of being. It can be a very hard thing to do because there is so much shame around our bodies and our personages and everything that we're supposed to be and everything that we're not. It doesn't always lead to the most romantic of feelings. This isn't about being romantic with your partner. I'm actually seeing this card, so like taking a step further. And it's having that sense of connection with yourself, all right? That sense of, this is who I am. This is the sensuality of me. This is my power. This is my grace. Yes, I might not look like a Victoria's Secret supermodel or like a soccer player, but you know what? Come on. Why? Why does everybody have to look just a certain way? It's embracing who you are. It's meditating on your power. It's meditating on your crown, your head, the bounty, the beauty that is you. But it's also meditating on the energy that's flowing through your body, the way that you connect with others, the way that you connect with yourself. It can be, for a lot of you Libras, it can be a very emotional experience that you are embracing here. And very much a sense of stepping into your body, maybe even for really, the first time, and saying, what is it that I want from my life? Like, how is it that I want this love to radiate from me and move me forward in the balance, in the beauty of myself? And it doesn't mean that you have to sit and meditate, though if that's your thing, totally do it. You can be on a walk. You can be, you can be cooking. You can be washing the dishes. You can be, walking the dog. It just means you're being present in your body and you're starting to focus on your heartbeat. You're starting to focus on your breath. You're starting to focus on the miracle that is the human being and that is your human form. And you're being in that moment and kind of just embracing who you are and the power and the brilliance and the abundance that is being. And it moves you here to a rebirth. Yes, getting that deep and that connected with yourself moves you into a rebirth. It might not be a big rebirth, but it is a rebirth that can seem to be something that you resist, okay? It can seem to be something where you're sitting there and saying, but I'm perfectly fine. Like being where I am, being, who I am. This is okay. I'm existing. But don't you want to thrive? And so here with the rebirth, you're calling forward that power of transformation. You're calling forward that going from being a caterpillar to being a butterfly, going from crawling to soaring. And so here, that is what you're doing. You're opening up your wings. You're looking at the root of you. You're looking at how you are planted into this earth. Not your root chakra, but your feet and how they touch the earth. And the Earth Star Chakra is located 6 inches below your feet. And I always kind of see it as this thread going into the earth as we move, as we walk, as we are. And so here with the rebirth, you are embracing this change. You are embracing this power. You are embracing this coming together of self. And now it is time to listen. It is time to listen to what you want. Not what your partner wants from you. Libra, you are really, 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 really good at listening to what other people want from you and then being able to kind of bring that forward. Here, it is listening to what you want from you, how you want that passion, how you want that sensuality, how you want that being in your life, how you just want to be, how you want to move forward, how you want to connect with your partner, or how you want to heal your relationship or grow your relationship. What do you want from a relationship if you're single, or even if you're with somebody? What do you want from a relationship? How do you want to strengthen your bonds? And here also, in this waking world, it is listening to what you yourself want. So even if you're in a relationship, single, looking for somebody, it's listening to what you want from life. We listen to everybody else. And then we also get caught up in the, I'll prove it to them. This is taking the ego out of it. This is saying, what do I want from my existence, from my soul, and from myself? How do I want to elevate myself and move me forward? Because you're becoming, and you really are quite, a warrior during this time. A person who says, this is who I am. This is where I want to be. You're cutting through a lot of doubts and fears. So when it comes to love, we sometimes don't even realize how much fear and how much pressure we put on love, especially when you fall in love with somebody and that's it. It's like, oh, love will conquer all. Well, when you put so much pressure on love, it has to always be amazing. And people, here's the thing, we're just not always amazing. We have bad days and bad habits and, all the little things that are annoying. When you are a warrior, as you are being shown during this time, it is saying, what is my truth? And what is it that I am fighting for? Where is it that I want to be? You're cutting through a lot of doubts, a lot of fears, a lot of chaos that is built around you. And you're also cutting through a lot of doubts and fears that have grown up like a wall around you when it comes to love, when it comes to what you desire from your world and how you see yourself as attractive, how you see yourself as valuable, okay? How you are perceiving the way that love can come into your life. And it's starting to see your worth so much more than what you had originally thought. And it's also starting to see that you are not the patterns of your parents or whomever raised you. You are not the patterns of society and the world. You get to be yourself. And you get to express love and passion and being and beauty because of that. Whenever I see the Knight of Swords, I always think of Prince Charming. Now, you might be saying, that's exactly what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for a Prince Charming. But here's the thing. Nobody comes to save us. And if they do save us, it's at a huge cost. It is owning your life and being your own Prince Charming that elevates you to a power that is extraordinary. It's cutting through the dragons. It's slaying the dragons that guard our prosperity, that guard our bounty. Because, you think about dragons, they guard wealth and they steal maidens. And you're just kind of like, why? Why would a dragon want that? They are taking away what we as human beings most valued. And so here, what you're doing is you're looking at what you most value that is being hoarded away and guarded by a snake that can fly, by a primordial fear that we all have. They say that our eyesight developed so well, one of the hypotheses, so that we could see snakes in the grass. And so you have snakes in the grass and you have, you have hawks, you have beings that fly, and we're naturally afraid of them. So you combine them together, you get the dragon. When that hoards away and guards and takes what is most valuably ours, it is our greatest fears taking away our greatest treasures. You then have the bramble bush that he cuts through, the rose thorns, the rose bushes that he cuts through that have all overgrown. It's the beauty of the world, but also the poison of the world that tries to stop you if you do not stop yourself. And it's the ascending, it's raising the energy vibration and saying, I am ascending, awakening the sacred feminine within me so that I have the balance of consciousness of the sacred masculine and the sacred feminine moving me forward. And when you do so, you reach a part of understanding, of ecstasy, of power, and of beauty. And it pulls you into the Hierophant. It pulls you into knowing who you are. Because the Hierophant is the king of kings. Here you have the scarab beetle, the wings of Isis. You have the Hunin and Munin of Norse mythology. You have here gods that in their day, if you would have told them, they would not be worshipped. They would not believe you, because they were so relevant. Here, it is looking at that bit of divinity within yourself, but also within the evolution of humanity. And you might say, why is that important? This is a love reading. Why is divinity important? Why is me, reaching a higher vibrational level important? Reaching a higher vibrational level is important because if not, we trip over the same stones time and time again because we're at the base level. And everybody in the world starts off at the base level, So here it's saying, I want more. It's embracing more joy. Actually, it's not that we start off at the base level. We get ripped to the base level once we start to see how hard life is, once the innocence of a carefree, child's existence is taken away. And so here you are connecting with what is rooted in the power of you. What are your greatest gifts? What is your greatest passion? What is your purpose, your fire, your power, your brilliance? What is it that moves you forward? And so here with the Hierophant, you are going to be really taking root in the power of yourself, in the power of your now, in the power of your understanding and your grace. And it moves you then to looking at and really seeing all the hurts, pains, and disappointments that have tripped you up. you have the repeat of the number 5. This is a freeing time for you. This is also a time where things that you think will never start to move forward, start to move forward. It's not at a fast pace, but they move more quickly than you had expected because you thought it would take a lifetime to get to where it is that you want to be. Here with the 5 of Swords, it's looking at what has held you back, all right? And these are the blockages within the mind, all right? For you right now, Libra, what is so important for you is the understanding of your mind and how that correlates to your sensuality, how that correlates to your intimacy with life and with yourself and with that creative sexual energy. And what you're seeing here is that there are a lot of roadblocks put up. There are hurts, there are pains, there are disappointments, there are angers, there are upsets. There are times where you have loved with all your heart and soul just to be betrayed. And it makes you gun shy. It just does. It makes you afraid to move forward in the love that you want, in the power that you want within your life. And so the 5 of Swords is calling us to look at what we fear, to look at the ways we were tripped up. And then the 4 of Swords is calling us to look at that hurt, that pain, that disappointment, and to give it honor. Because usually when we feel like we've messed up, when we feel like we haven't reached our potential, when we feel like we're just not good enough, all right, we do not honor that part of ourselves at all. We sit there and say, oh my gosh, how could I have been so silly? How could I have made such mistakes? We want to be perfect all the time. We want to look perfect all the time. Our world doesn't seem to really value true intimacy and also the wisdom that comes with age. Everybody's supposed to be young and have these passionate, hot, fiery romances that never end. Life can't be sustained like that. It's just silly. You're set up to fail. So here, it is looking at the fears that hold you back. It is looking at the failure set in by our society, by our way of thinking of love that seems unobtainable, because it is. What you are looking at here is the fire, is the passion, is the truth of who you are. It is the knowledge of what you have overcome. And it's the dream of where you want to be. What you are seeing here is you're putting your faith into yourself in a way that you haven't before, because you felt like you didn't deserve it. Now it's time to know that you do. It's also time to stop patterns of hurt, pain, and sorrow. It's time to start looking at yourself as a person of worth. And it's starting to honor yourself for the hardships, for the hurts, for the anguish that you have been through in life. And it doesn't matter if that anguish doesn't pertain to love. You might sit there and say, no, but I've had really good relationships. Like, they've all been pretty okay. Or, like, I have a really good relationship. It's great. I just feel like something's missing. Where's the pain in your life? Where's the hurt? Where's the sorrow? Where's the doubt? Where's the fear? And how does that bleed out? Because we always think that things can be contained. But we as human beings, we're a bit messy. We really are. How do you bring forward the love and the passion in your life if you're afraid of being hurt? If you have a sense of inadequacy, okay? If you're always battling these demons, these hurts, these pains, it's honoring them now. And it's saying, I don't get to live there anymore. I'm not walking in that hurt. I'm not walking in that disappointment. I'm honoring it. I'm honoring everything that I've been through, but I'm also honoring the power that is me. Because you're going to see here that, like the Greeks said, they had 3 words for love, because there are 3 progressions of love. One is eros, that's the erotic love. And that's the love that we really focus on in our world. We want the erotic love, we want the super sexy love. That's just like the be-all, end-all. But it's not sustainable. It's just not. And plus, if sex was what made good relationships, it seems like a pretty easy fit. You had more sex, you were happier, life was better, you didn't feel angry, you didn't feel upset, then wouldn't that just be the answer to everything? Unfortunately, it is not. So here, what you're looking at is you're looking at the way that you get to move yourself forward. So when the judgment comes in, you look at the 3 types of love that are named in Greek, right? So you have the erotic love, you have the family love, the familial love, and then you have the agape love, which is the love that Christ had for the world when he died. okay? When he died on the cross. So here, there is that transcendence that is coming in. And the judgment here, okay, as you are looking at this world, is what you are saying and what you are seeing is the devil really likes Eros love. Really, really likes it. Makes us really rather stupid people. You know, it becomes all consuming. It's fun, it's exciting. People do absolutely crazy things in the Eros love. When we move to the family love, when we move to the agape love, that's when we come closer to our ideologies of divinity, okay, during this time. Chaos, and that chaos within love, is a good thing. I mean, it keeps love a bit spicy, a bit fun, you know, a bit exciting, and it can be let in. But it's once you have connected soul to soul that you let in that fire, that passion, that beauty, that flame, okay? Because neither one of these is a good or a bad thing. They just aren't. But they become too excessive, and then they are a good or a bad thing. So here in judgment, it's finding that middle ground for which to rise. It is looking at what it is that you desire from your life. It's having a resurrection of heart and soul when it comes to the passion of your world. It's living in your sensuality. It's not having to dress provocatively or having to walk around with a whole bunch of machismo or anything like that. It is simply saying, I know my worth, and I see myself as somebody who is beautiful. I am resurrecting that power within me of beauty, of balance, of brilliance, of truth. And it brings you then to be patient. It calls you then to be patient with the Seven of Pentacles, because the prosperity is coming forward. But it's coming on divine timing, not on your timing. So this connection that is built, this slow and steady passion, this passion that comes from a touch, okay? This passion that can come from a look and just an awareness of another's energy, of your partner's energy, of your own energy within yourself, of what you desire within your life. It calls it forward. And as you have this called forward, embrace the patience that divinity is telling you to live in, to let that energy build and build and build, to let that expression of self build and be explored and gain understanding. Because we are all meant to live a sensual truth. We are. It manifests differently because our paths manifest differently. So when the world tries to sell you one way of being, you might find that that's just not your way of being at all. So embrace your sensual truth. Embrace your personal power. Meditate on it. Connect with it. Connect with your inner strength. And know that you are going to be sent things during this time, really quite frankly, to trip you up, to lower your energy vibration, to make you doubt yourself, to make you say, I've been working so hard, I've been trying to do so much, and I just failed. Like, I'll never get there. Look at all the times I failed before. That's trying to throw you just simply in chaos and make you want to use love as an escape instead of as a beautiful tool for connection. Now, I would start off with the spiritual love of Carezza, and then build off of any type of other, spiritual expression through sex and love that you want to. But this is a sense of slowly starting, of becoming in the moment of your body, in the moment of yourself, in the moment of your truth, and gaining that beauty, gaining that understanding. Libra, this is a very gentle time. And if you embrace that gentleness of spirit, if you raise your vibration to your truth, to your power, you're going to see love take on a life of its own. And you're going to see yourself walk in love in a way that is really quite beautiful. So let's see what your chakra energy is. Your subconscious chakra energy. It's inner strength. This is the solar plexus chakra. Okay? You're breaking out of your shell and you're embracing an inner strength that you didn't know you had. Listen to your gut. Be very aware of your gut, of how you're healing, of how you're coming together, because it's going to be elevating you. It's going to be moving you forward. The inner strength is breaking barriers. It's letting you stand in a truth you didn't know you forgot. And so here, with that inner strength coming forward, it empowers you, it emboldens you, it leads you then to your subconscious tarot message. Yeah, which is the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords is being stuck in nightmares, doubts, and fears. What if I can't break the pattern? What if love is always something that constrains me and puts me down and doesn't let me grow? What if I never find it? There is nothing wrong with being alone. I know that our world makes it out to be something terrible, but there's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes there are periods of silence, not silence, but of silence within our lives where kind of divinity holds us back from the world. And we find ourselves in times of trials to be seen, to be heard. But if we take those moments of silence, we take those moments of growth to truly understand what it is that we are afraid of, what it is that holds us back, what it is that makes us feel small and overwhelmed and denied. Then, when we have the time, right, through the resurrection, through the coming together of spirit and soul and what we desire, through the seeing of our truth and our passions and our powers, when it comes the time to grow fully and to be in that fullness of growth of self and that beautiful bounty of divinity, you're going to find that nothing and no one can hold you back. You're going to find that you embrace that light like nobody else, and you radiate just a beauty that can't be ignored. The Nine of Swords is looking at nightmares. The purpose here, Libra, is not to let those nightmares become your permanent reality. All right. Okay, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you, Libra. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy, as you give honor to the hurts and the pains that you have been through, so they cannot hold you back and deny you your truth anymore. As you step into your sensuality, as you slay the dragons of the past to walk into the beauty of your present, and as you radiate loving, sensual power. All right, so take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Libra.